What you are about to hear comes directly from official records. These are not theories, dramatizations, or second-hand retellings. They are incidents documented by military personnel, federal investigators, law enforcement officers, and government employees acting in their official capacities. Each case was formally recorded, reviewed, and archived. Yet despite investigation, none were ever explained. The following 5 cases remain preserved in official files, unresolved. Case 1, U.S. Air Force Multi-Radar UFO Event, Montana, 1975. In November of 1975, personnel at multiple United States Air Force radar installations in Montana documented an unusual aerial event during overnight monitoring operations. The incident involved radar detection, visual confirmation, and coordination between separate military facilities. According to declassified Air Force documents, radar operators first noticed an unidentified object appear suddenly on long-range radar. The object did not enter monitored airspace gradually but instead appeared abruptly at high altitude, immediately drawing attention due to its speed and trajectory. Operators reported that the object traveled at a velocity inconsistent with conventional aircraft. Radar returns showed rapid acceleration followed by sudden deceleration, along with directional changes that formed sharp angles rather than smooth arcs. These movements were considered highly irregular based on known aircraft performance. Standard identification procedures were initiated. Operators checked transponder signals, flight plans, and scheduled military operations. No matching aircraft were found. Weather data was reviewed, and no atmospheric phenomena capable of producing the observed radar signatures were present. Within minutes, radar installations at additional locations began detecting the same object. Logs indicate that at least 2 separate facilities tracked the object simultaneously, confirming that the contact was not a radar malfunction. Visual confirmation followed when base personnel stationed outdoors reported seeing a bright object in the night sky. Witnesses described the object as a steady, white light that appeared solid rather than diffused. It maintained a consistent brightness and did not blink or pulse in a manner consistent with aircraft navigation lights. One written statement included in the file notes that the object appeared stationary for several seconds before accelerating rapidly across the sky. Observers reported no sound, no visible exhaust, and no contrail. Air Force Command authorized further tracking but did not scramble interceptor aircraft due to the object's rapid movement and uncertain location. Radar operators continued documenting the object's movements in real time. At one point, radar logs show the object splitting into 2 distinct contacts before merging again. Operators noted that this behavior could not be explained using known aircraft or radar anomalies. After approximately 20 minutes, the object accelerated sharply and disappeared from all radar screens simultaneously. Visual observers reported losing sight of the object at the same moment. A comprehensive review followed. Radar equipment was inspected and tested. All systems were found to be functioning normally. Weather data, satellite passes, and known test aircraft were ruled out. The final report concluded that the object could not be identified using available data. The event was classified as an unidentified aerial observation. No further explanation was added to the file. The incident remains archived in Air Force records without resolution. Case 2, RCMP and Transport Canada File, Unknown Aerial Object, Yukon Territory, 1996. In February of 1996, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police received multiple reports from residents of remote communities in the Yukon Territory regarding a strange aerial object observed during nighttime hours. According to RCMP logs, witnesses described a large, silent object moving slowly across the sky. The object emitted a steady white and amber glow and appeared to change direction abruptly without visible propulsion. Several reports originated from locations separated by significant distance, suggesting the object traveled across a wide area. Time stamps included in the reports show consistent sighting windows, indicating a single moving object rather than multiple unrelated events. The RCMP notified Transport Canada due to concerns regarding aviation safety. Air traffic control records were reviewed. No civilian or military aircraft were scheduled or detected in the region at the time of the sightings. Weather data was analyzed. Atmospheric phenomena such as auroras were ruled out due to the object's low altitude and directional movement. Satellites and re-entry debris were also excluded. One RCMP officer submitted a supplemental report after personally observing the object while on patrol. The officer described the object as oval in shape, silent, and capable of hovering before accelerating rapidly. Attempts to track the object using available radar systems were unsuccessful. Transport Canada concluded that the object could not be identified using existing data. The incident was logged as an unidentified aerial observation. The file was archived without further explanation. File folder Case 3, U.S. Forest Service Incident Report, Unknown Bipedal Presence, Idaho, 2002. In the fall of 2002, U.S. Forest Service personnel in central Idaho documented a series of unusual events occurring within a restricted wilderness zone. According to official incident reports, rangers began receiving radio calls from backcountry workers reporting strange sounds, including heavy footsteps and vocalizations inconsistent with known wildlife. Several workers independently reported seeing a tall, dark figure moving upright through dense forest areas during early morning hours. Descriptions emphasized height, broad shoulders, and rapid movement. Rangers conducted an inspection of reported areas. They documented large footprints along a riverbank, measuring over 17 inches in length, with stride distances exceeding typical human gait. The tracks did not match known animals native to the region. Wildlife specialists were consulted and unable to identify the prints. Broken branches were observed at heights exceeding 8 feet. No evidence of tools or mechanical equipment was found. Forest Service patrols were increased temporarily. No further sightings occurred. The final report classified the incident as an unidentified presence. No explanation was recorded. File folder Case 4, FBI File, Unexplained Aerial Phenomena near Strategic Facility, Texas, 1959. In July of 1959, the FBI opened a file following reports from civilian contractors and security personnel stationed near a strategic industrial facility in Texas. Witnesses reported repeated sightings of glowing aerial objects maneuvering above restricted airspace. The objects were described as circular, silent, and capable of sudden acceleration. Security logs indicate multiple incidents over a 2-week period. Attempts to identify the objects through military channels yielded no results. Radar confirmation was inconsistent, though visual sightings were documented by multiple trained observers. One internal FBI memo notes that the objects appeared to respond to patrol movements, altering position when approached. The investigation concluded without explanation. The file was closed and archived. File folder Case 5, Coast Guard Log, Object Entering and Exiting Water, Florida Coast, 1988. In August of 1988, a U.S. Coast Guard cutter operating off the Florida coast recorded a strange event involving an unidentified object observed entering and exiting the ocean. Crew members reported a bright object descending from the sky into the water without impact disturbance. Radar briefly tracked the object before contact was lost. Minutes later, the object emerged from the water at high speed and ascended vertically. No debris, wake, or thermal signature was detected. The log classified the incident as an unidentified contact. No explanation was provided. These 5 cases were documented by government agencies acting in official capacity. Each one was investigated. Each one was archived. None were explained. They remain part of the official record, unchanged and unresolved. If you want more documented mysteries drawn directly from real files, consider subscribing. New case files are added regularly.